Afternoon everyone, Eric here from Nomadic Fanatic. Hope you guys are doing well. Last night I finished buttoning up all the cabinets and getting all my magnets and hardware installed so that everything I put in there is roadworthy and not going to pop out on me in the road. I'm sure there's going to be some surprises, but I am getting very, very close to rolling out of Mississippi. Thank you for joining me. I will be uploading this video with some Connecten internet. Be sure to check out the video description below for unlimited high-speed internet. It is afternoon already, and I have had quite the morning. I actually had to go into the ER, the urgent care, this morning, and finally just, what is wrong with me? I have been like dizzy, lethargic, like almost like vertigo-like conditions. I've been getting allergic reactions, and I've just got massive migraine headaches. So it didn't take them long to diagnose a couple different things, a sinus infection and something else. So they prescribed me some amoxicillin for antibiotics, and then also something else for my dizziness and head. I'm better on my feet now, at least. But I couldn't even, Billy had to drive me over there because I couldn't drive. That was brutal. Hopefully that's just a sinus infection and it'll clear up. I'll keep you guys updated. But as we put together everything last in the bus today, I want to show you my custom curtains in the bus. But first, I'm going to be departing Mississippi with a new toy, hopefully. This is Billy's Honda 420 model. It is a newer, I think it's a 2020, and it's fuel injected and got all the fancy computers and stuff, and he's not really too happy with it right now, but he's working on it, trying to get it going. Our other awesome trade score here in Mississippi was this 250, a 2009 TRX Honda 250 TE. And I've had a couple of these smaller quads. I got a few parts, so I'm having Billy do some stuff on it. I'm gonna be doing a tune-up, a new air filter, oil filter, fuel filter, rear and front brakes. Let's see, new spark plug, the brakes up front. There's a few things going on with it, but it does run and everything. And I'm hoping it'll fit in trailer swift for the trip, so that I can use the quad at the property next year, as well as around the desert and courtside as a toy, kind of like a tool and a toy. I always try to have two functions of everything, but we'll see. I got the last piece of the Kraken decals put on the trailer too. So from the side with the tentacles and the ship, and now the back. Now this is what most drivers will see as they come up on me, is the corner starting to come out and grab part of the trailer. And then as you go around, that same motif continues on the side there. But as you can see, I've still got lots of stuff that needs to be put away, and I've got a busy 3 or 4 days left. So let me go inside and show you these custom curtains. You can't even see them. I'll show you. Curtains. I'm not like an interior designer or anything like that, but this started earlier this year, actually, when Diana and I were even going into stores and picking out swatches, different pieces of fabric, some from Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's. A lot of them are very contrasty, and you have to remember that when we were picking these out and getting ideas, these walls were not turquoise. These walls were going to be either white or that brown beige that I was going to color all the cabinets. Now all of my walls are turquoise in here. So a couple of these I really, really liked, like this one with the fish, crab, and the reef on there. And it didn't take long a couple months ago to realize that we were going to have a really difficult time getting more of these, because yeah, Joann Fabrics went out of business earlier this year. And most of these samples I got at Joann's Fabrics, which simply don't exist anymore. I also liked this one. We were able to source a few of these out. Hobby Lobby purchased the rights to a few of them, but they weren't putting them in their stores. They were just selling them from their warehouse online. So had to change gears twice after getting some swatches and then go back to the store and get new swatches at Hobby Lobby. This is one that Michelle actually had, which is just screaming nautical. Unfortunately, you can go too much. And so again, you know, with my turquoise walls, I mean, that's almost the same exact color as the turquoise walls. I love it, but I think it would have worked better on a contrasty color like white or something. So that was my pick since probably September. This was what was going to be in the bus, and coming in at a hard second was this one. see the problem? It like literally is a match. It's a match, and I didn't think that was going to be a good idea for my windows, having an exact match, even though that was really, really cool. And then the one that Diana liked the most was the mermaids right here. This one's out of stock though. There's one other version of these mermaids available, but instead of like a real woman's face, it's like a Disney cartoony face. And it ruined the effect. So this one I really, really wanted to make happen, but it didn't work. So frustrated with 20 swatches that I can't use because they don't exist. About a month ago went back to, not a month ago, 2 months ago, went back to Hobby Lobby in Slidell, Louisiana, and I said, okay, I'm starting over. I'm gonna get 3 contrasty stuff to the turquoise instead. Okay, this is gonna seem like I'm all over the place again, but almost like a New Mexico vibe hanging from the turquoise curtains behind me. Okay, there was that. There was also, okay, let's go with the plank idea and all the browns and just do brown. Like a wood grain brown. And then I got one other one, like a Bob Marley style. And I guess I'm just holding it up like this so you can see what it looks like below the turquoise walls. Yeah, I got those 3, and then I asked some friends to look at those 3, and we were all over the place on these 3. So, I ended up going online. I went online, and I found one that I like. It's a thicker material, and it has very good graphics, and it is this. This is the design I have decided to go with based on the colors of my rig. Let me show you what a finished curtain looks like in the bathroom. Heck yeah, here we are in the bathroom. So, trying to grab some of the beiges and browns that are within, and then also bring out some of the blues. You can see this boat right here that has those same color blues. Also the bathroom sign that has the same browns, blues, teals, and also the brown ammunition cabinet next to it. So that's the one I went with, and I think I got 8 yards of this material for the whole bus. I want to talk about how they're constructed and why I designed them this way. There's no hooks or rods on the outside. They are built into the windows. And this is something I haven't seen other people do, but the rod is a spring rod inside the window. And then these are cut to fit so that no light comes through. They're fully sealed, and they don't go over the window or outside the window. They're just built into the window, but easy enough to completely roll back and secure if I don't want them out. But it's not just that material, because as you now know, I've been thinking about this for quite some time, and I've been trying to do something different than I've seen anybody else do. So some of the things that were important to me and Diana, and also Michelle graciously has made all of these curtains by hand, and I owe her a huge thank you. As a matter of fact, if you don't mind, leave a comment below and tell Michelle how awesome she is for pretty much building me these, sewing these together for the last month in her off time as a going away gift for the NautiBus. She did a really good job on all of these curtains in this bus. So her and I and Diana had talked about what else to do, because as you know, thermal sun getting through and heating stuff and losing your heat and stuff like that. A lot of people put a material called Reflectix, which is like a reflective aluminum thing up against the window that reflects the sun so that it doesn't get too hot inside your bus, or even like a foam board or something like that. Well, I did a bunch of research and I found a new product that I want to share with you. It's on Amazon and it's called Blackout Curtain. This was also Diana's idea to do the blackout. So I knew that we needed Reflectix, blackout, and curtains. That's 3 things. Well, what this turns out to be is an all-in-one. Inside this bag was 2 yards of this material, blackout curtain that you cannot see through. But it has a surprise because on the other side of the blackout curtain is Reflectix. Y'all, it's an all-in-one fabric that is a blackout curtain and Reflectix. Now, I will tell you that Michelle says it was not fun sewing this. She went through a lot of needles sewing this to the fabric because it ends up being so much thicker after you do this. But I figure, you know, why put up Reflectix and blackout curtain and then a designer, you know, a curtain? That's 3 materials that you're putting up. Reflectix, blackout, and then your lighter color. Why not build them into one and just put one up each day? Let me go grab a finished curtain. So Michelle and I went through all of our dimensions and she ended up making me 13 window curtains for the 13 open windows. And this is what they look like, guys, after being finished. They have the hole here for the rod that goes through. It has the blackout curtain designed inside, and then the Reflectix up against the outer part of the window. When we were standing outside, don't know if you could see that Reflectix up against the tinted glass, but that faces the outdoor, and this is what we get to see inside. It's a little thicker material than just a normal curtain because it has basically 3 things in one, but I've never seen anybody do it that way, all in one. And I certainly would not have been able to do this myself. So that's why I feel it was a wonderful gift from Michelle to put these together painstakingly. I have 13 of these to install through here, which I'm going to do right now. And then I'm going to show you what we're doing in the front windshield, the driver's side, and the door, because I put a new window in the door too. Gizmo, are you going to model the curtains for us? We'll start here in the back bedroom where I have 6 of them. And you'll notice that they physically do not allow any light to come in. It is bright outside, and I'm telling you what, guys, they are so neat built into the window. Let me just show you, for example, what it would look like if it wasn't there. Very bright. Right, Gizmo? Yeah, Dad, it's pretty darn bright. So it just kind of tucks in there and looks just like that. Now, for keeping them back, I have a 20-pack of these style hooks that I still need to install, and these are going to be mounted like this on the wall, and basically what you'll be able to do is pull the entire curtain this way like this, and then it's going to sit right behind that hook like that. That one's going to pull to that side. Here in the bedroom we have an uneven amount, but I'm only going to have one in the center to kind of pull this side and that side together. I could also just tie them together, I suppose, but the windows look amazing. Let me show you these spring rods that I got on Amazon. I've actually got them all placed in these kitchen windows here for today's installation, but I got a, what was it, 6-pack? It might have been an 8-pack. It was an 8-pack. An 8-pack for $12.99. And so what they are is, they are a 2-piece spring rod, and you tighten it up. I can't do it with one hand, but you tighten it up so that it fits the window. Then you pull it out and tighten it a little more, and then you're able to stick it in the window. See how it doesn't fit right now? That's because it being a spring rod, it'll keep it in. You just kind of pull it, and then you can hear the spring until it goes up in there like that. And then no light will come in on the top or the sides or anything like that. So we like the curtains. I'm going to install them here in the kitchen. Chunks, you awake? I'm still tired, Dad. All right, well, go back to bed in your little hidden forest, enchanted forest tree, okay? All right, got all the kitchen ones installed. I'm going to put in the little hook things later here. It definitely looks a lot darker underneath the cabinets. I still need to obviously clear everything off for travel and everything, so I will be having some under kitchen lighting underneath the cabinets there, but I mean, there's no light, guys. There is no light seeping through anywhere on this. It almost looks like I'm filming this at night. It's crazy how well these look. And that Reflectix is really going to help in the summertime. Even though I have deleted a lot of windows in this bus, and all of the bottom pieces of the windows have been completely boarded up with insulation, 1.5-inch insulation. So it's just these top ones. But again, I've got screens in all of these windows. These 6 up front can all be opened up for some crosswind. And once I get to Arizona this winter, the back ones are going to have the same screens in them as well. So that at night, I can have a cross breeze in here through all 6 windows going through. Morale? You talking to me? You talking to Dad? He's such a good boy. You ready to go traveling? I think you are ready to go traveling. I know I am. Gizmo Bismo. Yeah. All right, babies. So, what are we going to do up front? Tara, what's the plan up front? You tell him, Daddy. Okay. Yeah, got something. Drivers, main windshield, and this little new window that I put in right here next to the door for seeing to my right. For the other 3, they're going to be different. Maybe it was kind of my fault. I didn't order enough of this, and it took 5 weeks to get. Yeah, 5 weeks from another country to get this particular fabric. I can obviously get some more, and I think I kind of will, just in case I want to have other accents. But for the front area, have a little different material, and this is something that Michelle already had on hand. So it's like a blue fleece blanket material, but as you'll see, she used every bit of the same material that I got overseas to make these covers inside. And they still have the Blackout and Reflectix on the other side. So this is the one for the front door. It's got grommets in it. So I'm gonna put some hooks up for that one. That's the only one that I haven't physically installed yet. And then for the driver's side window and the front windshield, large, heavy curtains. Again, grommets for hooks. And a big one for the main windshield here. Let me show you. My bus is still a metal bus. So that means magnets. Went to Harbor Freight and got a bunch of these magnetic hooks. That way they just stay there. And at night when I want to put the curtains up, I just hold the curtain in my hand, put the grommets on all the magnets straight across. Super easy. And then over here, since I actually don't have metal for those, I've got some hooks. I'm going to put in 3 or 4 hooks right here after I count how many grommets the finished piece has. And the finished piece has 1, 2, 3. So I got these at Wally World. Cup hooks. So that I can just mark them on here and then screw them in by hand where they need to go also. You're doing a great job there, Dad. Thanks, Opie. It's okay, Dad. Okay. All right, there's what the front 2 look like. I really like the magnets. The magnet hooks makes it super easy to take them down in the morning when I get on the road and put them up at night for privacy if I'm boondocking at Walmart or something. Over here, I have installed the 3 hooks. Right there, you can see. I'll show you how easy this is. You just put one on, then you put another one on, and then did you know you just kind of put another one on, and then you just walk away. I think it ties everything together. Let's step outside. Now, I'm not going to pretend that you can't see the Reflectix, but every bus I've seen pretty much has big Reflectix in the window, big pieces of styrofoam or the little sheets, the little bubble wrap stuff. So for me personally, I know what effect this is going to have on the interior temperature of the bus, as well as keeping in the heat and also keeping out the heat in the summertime. So I don't think it looks tacky. I know some of you thinking, watching this, say, oh, it just looks tacky, but the Reflectix serves a very important role in my life, and I am willing to accept that here in the driver's front window and the side right there. Those are the only 2 places you can really see it. These have all been covered up, but we'll go to the back bedroom, and you tell me, can you tell which ones? Okay, yeah, you can tell. You can tell which one's the bathroom window with Reflectix. Sometimes, when there's light or something on it, no. And then in the back bedroom, okay, yeah, you can tell. But again, to me, inside it looks awesome. On the outside, it looks different, but it's 100% effective. What I'll do is, it gets dark tonight, we'll come back out here again, and I'll show you what it looks like both inside, because we have, I don't know if you can see it over here, here at the property, we have a street lamp shining down on me, like literally an actual street lamp here on the property, and it's quite bright. And before I had any kind of covering on those back windows sleeping, it kept me awake back there. And now it's just pitch black, guys. There is no light. It got to the point where the little LED on the mini split was actually the brightest thing in the whole rig. And then I found out how you can turn the LED numbers off for total pitch black inside the bus. So thank you again, Michelle over there, for building me and putting together these custom curtains. I love them. And a PC is going on the road with me. Thank you for all your hard work. Oh, look over here. So where the custom screens are at, the Reflectix is a lot less noticeable because of the screen material. I mean, you can see where it's kind of folded up a little bit. But yes, because this screen itself is gray, I think that kind of blends in the Reflectix a little bit. And so, yeah, I'm gonna see if Billy needs a hand with the quad over there, see if I need to go get any more parts at the motorsports store down there. And then we got to clear a spot for it in the trailer to bring it over to Quartzsite, Arizona.
Hey, Opie. You doing, big guy? Go Opie, the Opies.
Chunky butt. Hey, buddy. You doing, big buddy? What a good boy. Oh, we're just hanging out here. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like outside. Hey, Gizmo Bismo. Where's Tara? Where's Tara? You butts. You butts. Yeah. You running away from me, Tara? Yeah, Daddy, I'm running away. Bye-bye. Billy and I got the carb taken out, cleaned, put back in. Of course, it gets dark now at 4 o'clock, so we didn't get a chance to get everything hooked up and tested out yet, but we will tomorrow. No matter what, I need to start getting things put away. I'm going to start with the countertop so I can actually use the countertop. I'll tell you though, that idea of reaching down there to hit the reset on the GFCI every time to turn this off, I have to keep it off because the kitties do run up here and their paws will touch it. They can override the lock thing on it. So what I did is this guy. I'm going to use this. It's an AC plug, three prong, and a switch. So I'll leave it plugged in, but this switch, I'll just reach down there and hit a switch instead to turn that stove on. But we got all the curtains up, and I'm going to show you what it looks like from outside. Got the Christmas lights on the wreath here in the front. We'll start here on the side. Oh yeah. I mean, you can see a little bit of light coming through the little window. But look at the kitchen windows. Nothing is peeking through those windows. See that spotlight right there? I told you guys, there's a street light out here. Let's go walk over the stumps and head back to the back bedroom. Yep, can't see through any of those windows either. So those 3 back there, 1, 2, 3, nothing. And the lights are on back there for the kitties right now. So that looks great. Over on the other side, because of the street light, I'm assuming, yep, you can see the silver, the gray, but you can't even tell that the lights are on inside. Same thing with the bathroom window right there. If you walked up on this bus outside at a Walmart, you would not think that it is so bright inside the bus. That is awesome. Driver's window, I need to adjust that part right there because you can see light right there. But yeah, overall pretty good. Who's ready for Christmas? Oh yeah. And yeah, inside, every single light is on in here. So that's pretty cool. I really like these curtains. Them some nice curtains. All right, guys. Gonna keep plugging away. If I have an update on the quad before I leave, I'll let you know. If I can't get the sucker running right, I might just leave it here and come back to Mississippi another time. I don't feel a whole lot better after taking the medication. This stuff I can't see it, guys. I cannot see this. I can't read it at all. Where are my glasses? Whoa! Mechlazine. Take 1 tablet, 25 milligram in my mouth 3 times a day. So I can take 1 more of these. Oh my gosh. Nerd City. Nerd alert! I can't see without these, guys. I cannot. My eyes no longer focus in front of me. Maybe I need to see an optometrist. Maybe I need to go get my eyes checked. See, because in my family, the way it goes is 1 of 2 things are going to happen if you're a male. 1, you have to wear glasses. Or 2, bald. As I know, nobody in my family has both of those genes. I would be the first one that needs glasses and I'm bald from my dad's side of the family. So, but I do feel like the whole dizziness thing and the motion sickness and the vertigo-like symptoms and stuff could definitely be related to something wrong with my eyes and my brain trying to adjust and having that complication. That is a strong possibility, I thought. But anyways, I've got to just hope that that's going to get taken care of before I hit the road. In the meantime, I gotta pretend like I'm still leaving on schedule to go get my driver's license renewed and all that good stuff. Hi, Chunks. Hi, baby boy. Bye, everybody.
Man, let me sleep, Dad. I'll get you.
Every time I walk away, he'll whack me. Ow, or bite me. He doesn't like it when I stop petting him. I'm gonna walk away. Okay, no, give him 1 more pet. Okay, then I'm gonna walk away. Nope, he didn't like that. Don't ever walk away from this boy. You gotta stay here. Good night, guys.